Please welcome to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, Brianna the Bull Van Buren.
Only 19 years old. From Gilroy, California, the garlic capital of the world, Brianna Van Buren the Bull, a nickname given to her by her grandfather when she was just a kid. A blue belt in BJJ, she trains under Anthony Ant-Dog Figueroa at Ant-Dog's MMA. Also spent some time training in Las Vegas with Kim Couture. Is also trained in California with Cyborg Christine Santos. Holds a red belt in Sanshu. In her pro debut, and a first-round knockout of Charlene Galena in October. Knocked her out with a beautiful combination. It was a front kick to the face, followed by a knee to the face. Van Buren gives up 8 inches in height to Egging here tonight, Pat. Play super coach. How does she overcome it?
Well, she's going to have to use her kicks, hopefully to keep Egging off balance. When Egging likes to use that jab, she needs to chop that lead leg or lead leg front kick or rib cage when she throws her jab, because she'll expose it, get inside, use her sand chow throws, try and get this fight to the ground and go for a finish.
Expect the unexpected from Van Buren. She may just surprise us and throw some jumping lead hooks and jumping roundhouse kicks. She says, and this was interesting, she plans to make Stephanie Egging's boxing her strength. Meaning she's going to throw a lot of fakes, keep Egging guessing, explode in, land, and then get out of range.
Yeah, easier said than done. I'd say get in and stay in.
And now welcome her opponent to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, Stephanie Snowflake Egging.
The Snowflake Stephanie Egging, a succulent boxer, makes her way to the cage, and earlier on tonight backstage, she caught up with Pat Miletich.
All right, I'm here with Stephanie Egging before her fight tonight. Now, in your last fight you had, you basically stood up the whole time and showed the world that you're a great boxer, which everybody knew that coming into the fight. Is there any chance we're going to see some good grappling out of you tonight?
Yeah, probably, because I have a feeling she's probably going to want to take it to the ground. You can tell I'm a lot taller than her, so if she tries to box me, it will be very stupid of her. So if she goes to the ground, I'm sure there's going to be a great grapple competition, but I'll come out on top there too. So.
Okay, good. Then, obviously, with your boxing background, pretty extensive. Your transition to MMA, how do you feel about the difference between the two sports, and which one do you enjoy more?
I love MMA more for the diversity of the sport. You know, you can train something new every single day. But I love classic boxing. I love clean boxing, you know, good footwork and everything. You don't see that a lot in MMA. You're seeing a little bit more in the female world. It's definitely developing, but I don't know. I don't know which one I like more. Boxing's my roots, so maybe I'll end up back there someday.
The sweet science, Stephanie Egging.
The tail of the tape for this matchup, and look at the difference there. You go straight to that reach in both the arms and the legs. You go straight to that height differential, 6-inch reach in the arms, going the way of Egging, some 5.5 inches in the legs. We are set for action once again. Van Buren versus Stephanie Egging.
Ladies and gentlemen, now 3 5-minute rounds in the women's strawweight division. This bout brought to you by American Knockout Wear. For more, visit them at AKOwear.com. Introducing first, the fighter on my right. Fighting out of the blue corner, she stands 4'11" tall with an official weight of 116 pounds. Her record is 1 win and 0 losses. Fighting out of Ant-Dog's MMA of Gilroy, California, Brianna the Bull Van Buren. And her opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5'8" tall with an official weight of 116 pounds. With an official record, 2 wins and 1 loss. Fighting for Gracie and Next Edge of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I give you Stephanie Snowflake Egging. Your referee, Gary Copeland.
Been some late money on Brianna Van Buren, I should mention, she opened up the bookmakers' odds today at plus 110. Eggink was minus 150. The closing odds on this one, Van Buren minus 125, Eggink minus 115. 19 years old, 4'11". She could milk a cow standing up. Can she get inside the jab of Stephanie Eggink?
That's just wrong.
Michael Chavello, Pat Miletich with you. Outside leg kick from Van Buren.
This girl may surprise us, buddy.
She is tenacious.
San
Take
Chao.
down, handle Eggink early, goes inside the guard. Now Eggink no slouch on the floor. She is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. High guard here from Eggink.
See if she can get an armbar on those short arms of Van Buren, though. Trying to stuff it for a triangle. You can see her working on it. There, she's trying to push that arm through.
Eggink, a former member of the US national boxing team. Working her guard game quite nicely at the moment. Not allowing any posture up here from Van Buren. Tying up the hands, pulling down on the back of the head. Continually working that guard higher and higher to see if she can catch her in something, Pat.
Yeah, she's got a left leg on what we call the ledge of the shoulder. Now pulling that across. You do not want their legs up there that high. They can get an angle easily, go to an armbar, triangle chokes. A lot of things can happen from there.
In her corner, Invicta bantamweight Shayna Baszler, giving instructions to Stephanie Eggink.
Van Buren trying to dig back in. She does not want to lift her head here and let her pass the leg.
Apparently we have a bet between Baszler and Eggink tonight. If Eggink gets a Cobra twist, Baszler owes her $500. Looks like it's going to be an armbar instead, however. Oh, look at the power from the bull! Slams her way out! How do you do? Van Buren.
She's got to keep that foot in there. Can't let that right foot get out of there. That triangle will get started if she does. She's smart. Trying to shut it down.
Brianna Van Buren looking composed here in the first round. Strong little lady. Actually replaced Angela Magana when Magana was involved in a rollover car accident. We wish Magana all the very best. Feet on hips here from Eggink. Trying to get the right hand free is Van Buren.
Eggink so far being smart, staying out of those submissions. Got to push on that knee and pass that guard. Not able to do it yet. There she's starting to. Toe catching on the shorts.
Van Buren back to her feet. Up kicks here from Eggink. Eggink's getting her legs slung. That's good work from Van Buren.
San Chao again coming through. She's got good kicks.
Eggink looking for a way back to her feet so she can work the boxing prowess. Now gets the chance. Van Buren pressuring her against the cage, just barreling in. And this is what Eggink expected from Van Buren. She says, I know she's going to try and bulldog me. Going to be very rough and rumble.
Eggink throwing that leg up across her back. Was trying to stuff the wrist, maybe go to a flying triangle. Now Van Buren got wrist control, smart on her part.
Eggink, who represented the US in boxing at the 2007 Pan Am Games in Brazil.
Looking for that guillotine, trying to reach up over the head.
Hooks the left leg of Van Buren. Van Buren's strength for a little lady.
Yeah.
Hooks the leg again here. Elbow to the thigh from Van Buren. Season opening, goes for it. I like the work. Staying busy here.
She's looking for that choke, I'm telling you. Wanted to throw that left leg up.
Shayna Baszler with the instructions.
Here it comes. She's trapping that arm so she can slip that left leg up and over.
Under a minute remaining here in the first round.
Van Buren needs to lock her hands here. She had it for a second.
The bull, Brianna Van Buren, keeping Eggink against the cage here. And referee Gary Copeland separates both ladies. We're back to center cage. A chance for the jabs here of Eggink. Jab 2 it is. Straight across the cage. Van Buren ties her up. Pushes her against the fence.
Got going a little too far forward that time, committed too much on her punches, and Van Buren able to cover the gap again.
Overhooking the right arm of Van Buren. Throws a knee, does Van Buren,
Nice
to
job.
no avail.
Yep, tried to snap the head down, and then Egging lifted her head and landed the knee. Nice.
Into the first round, Egging goes to her corner. Hell of a nice lady, Stephanie Egging, an avid hunter as well. She says she hunts anything, lives in South Dakota, hunts a lot of squirrels in her backyard. She's a big weapons enthusiast. She's actually trained in knife fighting for 3 years. Her and Shayna Baszler just built an AR-15. They own 4 9mm, a Glock, a shotgun, and her favorite knife, the K-Bar.
Not really a house you want to break into.
Watch she's trying to take you back. So keep that underhook.
10-9 Van Buren after the first round.
Yeah, she did a good job. Van Buren kept the pressure on her.
Okay, Pat, play super coach to Stephanie Egging for this second round.
Obviously, use her reach. Use the jab a lot. Don't overcommit on the cross and let her cover the gap.
Round 2, you ready, Blue? Round 2, you ready, Red? Let's fight.
The Bull taking the first on Pat's scorecard. Egging faking off the back leg. Good outside leg kick from Van Buren. She's found her quite a few times in the opening round, and she opened up the first with it, opens the second with it.
Does a good job getting out of the way of those punches.
Moving on the back foot there, Egging, but not throwing the jab while backing up, allows Van Buren to come on the inside, crack a knee to the top of the right thigh. Egging momentarily put a knee guard on as she has that left arm overhooked. There's the knees again off the left leg from Brianna Van Buren. Egging tries to turn her.
Van Buren having
Tough
none of
little
that.
girl.
Yeah.
Only a teenager.
Van Buren's been fighting very smart this whole fight, covering the gap, getting in tight, negating that reach of Egging, making her wrestle with her.
A real tussle here. High knee from Egging.
Van Buren got to get that underhook back. That's what's beating her right now. Can't reach up and grab the head like that. Got to get the underhook.
You can hear Shayna Baszler shouting for Egging to throw the knees. Egging, who is nicknamed Snowflake because she is white and unique. She has tattoos, about 7 snowflake tattoos over her body, as well as a beautiful Japanese cherry blossom.
Egging doing a good job of taking advantage of her height here with that underhook, keeping Van Buren off balance, getting her body up past her hips. Now Van Buren with the underhook again.
XFC that has been a platform for a lot of very good female fighters, as we mentioned before. Felice Herring in the audience here tonight. Mariana Kayfitz, another one that immediately comes to mind. Built quite the solid women's division over the years.
Okay, stop.
And referee Gary Copeland decides they need to work a little more, though the knees were getting off their pack.
Yes, they were. Egging doing a much better job in the clinch this time, this round.
Here's the jab from Stephanie Egging.
Good front kick.
Jab 2 from Egging. Bit of the crafty boxing work now from Egging. Straight right hand was a nice one from Egging. They clinch up again.
Van Buren needs to hit the throw right when she locks up or get a takedown here. Get this fight back to the ground.
And here Baszler again calling for the knees, and Egging responds, throws one to the belly button. That one to the lower right rib cage. Those will score on the inside for Egging. So too to the corking knee to the outside thigh, then one to the waist.
Yeah, and Egging doing a great job. See her left arm. She's been controlling the right arm of Van Buren a lot in this round. And then blocking her out with the forearm like she's doing now in the hand.
What does Van Buren need to do, Pat?
Well, she needs to lift her underhook, but more than anything, she needs to start attacking the leg. She's got her against the cage. Try and lock her hands here and get a takedown. There she's digging for it. See if she can lock her hands.
Van Buren looking for a double leg takedown. We've seen her power in this fight already. Tremendously strong young woman.
Triangle started. That's the one she was looking for the whole time the first round. She was waiting for that.
There's a triangle from Egging. Still with 50 seconds to lock on the submission. Is this it? Elbows. The bull fighting, trying to get her way out of the triangle. Egging applying pressure.
She looks like she has a little bit of gap now going to the arm bar off the triangle.
Half a minute remains. Can Egging find the submission?
Van Buren doing a good job surviving here. Egging hasn't been able to get that arm all the way across.
Under 20 seconds remains. Survival here for Van Buren. Egging working for the submission. Van Buren out of trouble. The bull survives.
Tough little lady.
And as we go to the towels at the end of the second round, it will most likely be one round apiece going into the third.
Good round for Egging. Evens the score.
And look back here at the action in the second round, this takedown, Pat.
Van Buren doing a good job of getting the takedown, but you can see this is what Stephanie Egging has been setting up the whole time. She's got that wrist control, able to slide that up. Van Buren, though, able to escape the triangle and get off the side and land a couple shots before the end of the round, but not enough to win the round. Again, Egging 10-9 most likely on the judges' scorecards.
Getting a bit of the Yahoo Serious hair happening there. Van Buren. Throw back to an old Aussie icon for you, Pat.
You've been picking on that girl this whole fight. She's going to work you over after she's done with this one.
Yeah, man, if I had hair like that, I'd take it. Third and final round, one round apiece. First round going to Van Buren, second to Egging, says Pat Miletich. How are you scoring it wherever you're watching live on Access TV, your home for mixed martial arts? Here we go in the third. High left round followed by a left cross from Van Buren. Egging backs her off with the right. And again. Fakes. Good movement here from Van Buren, not allowing Egging to really tag her cleanly with these hands, Pat.
Nice
she
left hand
drills to
there.
the left of her own.
Yeah. And she did a good job so far in the start of this round, throwing that high left leg. Good takedown. Nice level change.
Beautiful takedown. Look at the pass here now. Is Van Buren, and Egging puts her inside the full guard.
Yeah, got to get past at least one leg on Egging so you don't have to deal with that triangle threat anymore. But Van Buren was doing a good job landing that rear leg kick to Van Buren, or to Egging's rear arm, trying to damage her forearm a little bit so she couldn't throw that right hand as well.
Got to pay it to Nick Kalikas for the odds. As I said, the opening line on this one had Van Buren out at +110 and Egging at -150. Closing odds, though, late money on Van Buren at -125, Egging at -115. And you can see why the late money was put on Van Buren.
Yes, and she's in a great position now, half guard. She's much shorter, more compact. That's a great position for a person of that stature to be in. And working her way to the mount here, Egging could be in trouble.
Looking to get the full mount here is the bull, Brianna Van Buren, and she gets it. Egging throws the legs up.
Trying to get her feet in the armpits of Van Buren to come out the back door, which she is starting to do. Snaking out of there. Looks like she's going for the armbar. Oh,
Armbar
missed it.
attempt. Van Buren is Egging in trouble now. Omoplata here.
Nope, she's still trying to get the armbar, trying to pass that leg in front. Couldn't get it, though. And those long arms now of Egging could be very dangerous from the guard.
So
to
Van
punch
Buren here in the third with the armbar attempt and the shoulder lock attempt. Got her ahead so far in this round, Pat.
Yeah, I think Van Buren's still winning the round. Nice job coming up to a single. Got to get her hips out. Post her left hand and come up. Well, rolling through, coming out the back door maybe.
What's Egging looking for from here, Pat?
Egging's just trying to basically balance on a Swiss ball because Van Buren's either going to go between the legs or come out to the side to her right side and come up with a single leg. She's trying to figure out what to do. There she is. She's got the single leg and almost had it. Nice little trip.
Egging takes the back here of Van Buren. 2 minutes remains. A seesawing battle here in the final round.
Egging got what's called an Oklahoma ride. See how she's hooking underneath the shin bone with one and got the leg in on the other. Very awkward for the person on the bottom. It's designed to flatten you out.
Good. Bring your hand over. Tripod. Keep your neck down. Tripod. Tripod. Keep your neck down. There you go.
Got to shake her off.
Ooh, almost landed dangerously on the top of her head there, Van Buren.
Should have just stayed up there, tripoded, and shook her off the top instead of going back down.
Tripod again, all the way out. Pull her head off. Moving. Tripod.
Starting to hit a pry.
The tide has turned in Egging's favor after a very solid start to the round from Van Buren, where she had 2 submission attempts.
Should have just based out on top from that mount position and hung out there and landed punches. Use that clock. Let her roll through and go for the submission.
We're into the final minute of the fight.
Tripod. Grab the head. Tripod.
Baszler shouting for Egging to get the finish with under a minute remaining. Can she sink her choke here? Stephanie Egging. A purple belt in BJJ.
Those long legs are a blessing right now, able to hang out really well and use them. Looking possibly for an armbar, turning her sideways, I don't know.
Van Buren surviving. 20 seconds now on the clock. It looks like it'll be Egging's final round, which will tilt the fight in her favor. A little bit of ground and pound from off the back here of the Bull Van Buren. Nowhere to go for the 19-year-old. Locked in by Stephanie Egging. And there it is. Tremendous contest.
Great showing by Van Buren, though.
Van Buren surprised a lot of people here tonight. 4'11", 19 years old. A tremendous effort. She may not get the nod here, but we will certainly see her back in the XFC cage again, Pat, with a performance like that.
Yeah, she took this thing, I'm sure Egging was sweating quite a bit for more than one reason in this.
Folks, plenty to come on Access TV in the next few weeks. This is what we've got in store for you. The Little 500 is happening tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Please join us. Then on May 10th, we head up to Edmonton, MFC 37 True Grit. Then May 17, The Voice Versus returns. The most epic episode yet. Yes, you want it, you got it. The Voice Versus Dana White premieres May 17, 10 Eastern. And then the premiere on Access TV of the Championship Fighting Alliance number 10 from Miami, May 24th, 9 Eastern. That's right, Fallon Fox on the card. We await the official decision here. How did you score it, folks? Egging or Van Buren? We had first round Van Buren, second round Egging, third round Egging. Van Buren did a superb job for a woman who gave up 6 inches in reach in the arms. 5.5 in the legs. Let's go up to Cyrus Fees now with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge 1, George Brockmull, scores his fight 30-27. Judge Evans scores the fight 29-28. And Judge Argenbright scores his fight 29-28. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Stephanie Snowflake Egging.
Stephanie Egging takes her record to 3-1. Beautiful boxing skill, but tonight, really, her talent on the ground did come to the fore, particularly in the final round. Great card here tonight, but there is one person in particular who is missing from the venue tonight here in Louisville. It is the president of the XFC, John Prisco. And a quote here from John saying, "I am a fighter. I will continue to fight until I am back at our shows and shaking hands with all of our fans and friends. I'll continue to give 150% towards my recovery and plan on seeing all of you really soon. Thank you so much for the support and God bless all of you." John Prisco is recovering at the moment. He's at home in Florida, recovering from a stroke. We wish him all the very best, and we know that his recovery is going tremendously well. And I told him yesterday, I said, "John, sit back, relax, enjoy the show on Access TV."
Yes, sir.
Coming up, the co-main event is live. Zach Underwood and Davison Ribeiro go to war. XFC 23, Louisville Slugfest on Access TV. We'll be back in a flash.
Striking looks very good, and his ground game looks pretty solid. And that's what I've been training really hard for. I'm just going to use his aggression against him because I'm a very aggressive fighter. So I'm pretty much going to get in his face and fight his way and just go from there.
Eu tento entrar e dar o melhor de mim e entrar para nocautear. E como nocauteador, não escolhe golpe, quem entrar e pegar.